Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
Congress just has one more week to approve some sort of budget and spending to prevent a government shutdown when October starts. The House has a plan that Democrats in the Senate would likely block.
Top congressional Democrats are seeking a sit-down with President Trump before government funding expires at the end of the month. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt says no meeting is scheduled.
But what I will share is that what this White House wants and what Republicans want, we want a clean funding extension to keep the government open. That's all we're advocating for.
House Republicans approved a plan extending funding through November 21st. Democrats are demanding a reverse of Medicaid cuts and funding restored for public broadcasters and foreign aid. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
NASA has 10 new potential astronauts.
This is a highly competitive process. So more than 8,000 people across the country applied to become an astronaut. Only 10 were selected to become part of this 2025 new class. The class is made up of 6 women and 4 men. They have to undergo this intensive training program. It's 2 years long, and then they're qualified to take on space missions to the moon, and eventually Mars. Their backgrounds are diverse. It includes former military pilots, a geologist, and a former SpaceX launch director.
That's Fox's Brooke Taylor in Houston. On Wall Street, stock futures are mixed the day after the Dow and the NASDAQ hit record highs. On Monday Night Football, Detroit went into Baltimore and wins. The Lions beat the Ravens 38-30.
We did exactly what we said we needed to do. We were able to corral Lamar. We didn't let Henry get going and Zay Flowers. We came away with takeaways and big stops.
Head coach Dan Campbell, his Lions improved to 2-1. The Ravens fall to 1-2, wrapping up the third week of the NFL season. Baseball's regular season ends Sunday, and last night, the San Diego Padres clinched a playoff spot, beating Milwaukee. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is now a Tuesday morning. It is September 23rd, 2025. Thank you much for making us a part of your morning. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. He's on standby. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and a heads up for the cattle industry. Too close for comfort. A flesh-eating fly that could devastate the cattle industry is inching closer to the Texas-Mexico border.
The New World screwworm fly has been spotted about 70 miles south of Laredo, which is too close for comfort for the state's cattle industry. An infestation can devastate herds.
It's kind of all hands on deck of what you can figure out to do to prepare for something like this.
Peyton Schumann with the Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association says that all they can do is wait and watch the herds to see if the New World screwworm fly arrives. The last infestation, which was in the 50s, cost farmers an estimated $100 million per year in the American Southwest.
That's Michael Board with that report. For several weeks now, City of McAllen inspectors, they've been citing downtown businesses for permit violations and reportedly cutting power to some locations. McAllen leaders now asking downtown business owners for suggestions on how to enhance public safety in the entertainment district. Business owners were invited to a public forum this week, and city leaders say they will hold another one near future. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has signed a bill that requires transgender individuals in Texas to use bathrooms in certain public spaces like schools according to their sex assigned at birth. The law specifies shower rooms, locker rooms as well, to be used by individuals using only their assigned birth sex. It's 7:07 on the Valley's Morning News. There's a new $100,000 fee for new H-1B visas, but some might be exempted. New information from the White House. A spokesperson saying that doctors, physicians, medical residents might be exempt from the new $100,000 H-1B visa fee. The Texas consumable hemp industry could be facing significant changes this week, with state agencies implementing the governor's recent executive order on regulating them.
Governor Abbott's executive order regulating THC sales calls for the Department of State Health Services to start reviewing existing agency rules for possible revision and update within 10 business days, meaning this week. Lucas Gilkey, the owner of Hometown Hero CBD, has a message for his colleagues.
This is a process that can be influenced. This industry needs to band together and work with the governor's office if you want to influence this. So the keynote here is don't panic.
Abbott's executive order calls for banning the marketing and sales to minors and prohibiting stores within 1,000 feet of schools and churches. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And this note from NASA, their Jet Propulsion Lab, saying that there are 5 meteors that will cruise by Earth today. So we likely won't see much as far as moisture meteors around here, or some of the galactic ones that are getting pretty close to Earth today.
The meteors that are at least the size of a bus will stay far away from Earth. But if one did come close, say land on your property, is it yours? According to U.S. law, it is. But you might be in for a fight because some meteors, say from the moon or Mars, can be worth millions. And meteorite hunters tend to take a finder's keeper position. But truth be told, your odds are better at winning the lottery than having a meteor crash into your home. I'm Bree Tennis.
Time is 7:09. Let's talk about other meteorology. Jason Caterina from AccuWeather joining us. I want to say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. You got any questions about feed and livestock? Dougie is the one to ask at Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh. So no showers in the forecast today, tomorrow. So what's the update on maybe changing that up midweek or later in the week? Jason, what do you say?
Well, we'll have the chance again for a couple of sea breeze showers this afternoon and tomorrow. Especially tomorrow, late in the day, we'll have the chance for some thunderstorms. Front's going to be diving down into the area. Thursday will be our best chance for some rain more consistently with that front in the area. So Thursday will be our main day, but there's the chance each day. I was looking at the rainfall totals from yesterday, and again, few and far between. That wet down the dust over at Rio Grande Valley International Airport and down at Russell Farms. But that's pretty much it.
We were near the port of Brownsville for a broadcast at a groundbreaking yesterday, and there were some in the region and near the port and also the Brownsville area yesterday. So it'll be kind of spotty for the remainder of the week, with a better chance later in the week, or do you keep it spotty?
Yeah, I think Thursday is going to be our best chance, and then it turns more spotty again for us as we head out of the week and into the weekend.
All right, let's do the obligatory check of the Gulf and any tropical system headed that way. So what do the computers say today?
Nothing for the Gulf, but boy, the Atlantic heating up right now. You got Gabrielle out there and 2 others that could be forming up here right in the same zone.
Sure. Fish storms.
Yeah, well, Caribbean and Bahamas need to pay attention to one of those guys. So a little bit, that one's a little further south, but one of them will be a fish storm. The other one may have some impact on some vacation areas and stuff like that.
Okay, and you mentioned cool front. Did I hear you right? You said cool front?
Yeah, cold front coming down into the region. That's going to be our catalyst for the better chance for showers Thursday.
All right. So how cool for Central Texas, San Antonio, Dallas, all those places? How cool for them?
It's not going to change a whole lot, but let's see.
No change for us, though, right? Just maybe the chance of rain.
It's going to drop it down from mid and upper 90s into the low 90s for a couple of days. Let's see. San Antonio way. They could be down into the upper 80s, 90 degrees or so Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the wake of that. So a little cooler there.
There you go. Here in South Texas, that means mom's probably going to bundle up their kids. Yeah, it's going to be in the upper 80s today. Yeah. All right, Jason. Not much on the menu for today. Well, it's okay. Pot pie day. It's National Pot Pie Day. It's like salty gravy chicken soup in a pie. And it's National Snack Steak Day. So get your Slim Jims.
Ooh, okay.
Get some beef jerky and celebrate today. All right.
You mentioned the story about the meteors there. Like, listen, if a meteor the size of a bus landed on your property, you'd know it. That's a pretty big meteor. I mean, if that thing made it through, even relatively close to that size, like that's going to leave quite a crater.
Yeah, that's probably
a
going to
big
kill
meat.
several thousand people with a several mile radius around. If it's that size,
That's what I'm saying. You're going to know.
yeah, we'll see
Holy
the mushroom
mackerel.
cloud in the distance. Yeah, God forbid. All right, pal. That's AccuWeather and meteorologist Jason Caterina. Again, NASA says, yeah, we got about 5 of them flying by Earth today. No, should not be.
No, not landing. They're just going to pass by.
Your other news for Texas. Another legal challenge has been filed to stop Texas from requiring that the 10 Commandments be posted in public classrooms.
A group of 15 multi-faith Texas families filed suit in federal court in San Antonio. It goes after 14 school districts that have or are about to display the 10 Commandments posters. This includes Fort Worth, Arlington, Hazel, McKinney, Frisco, Rockwall, Lovejoy, and Mansfield ISDs. Attorney Chloe Kemp represents the families. She also won an earlier 10 Commandments lawsuit in San Antonio federal court.
The judge found that SB 10 violates the Free Establishment Clause because it interferes with students and their families' individual practice of their own religion.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has appealed the earlier decision and is advising the remaining 1,200 school districts to comply with the law. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And looky here, U.S. News World Report 2025-26 list of best places to live. McAllen, Texas makes the top 20. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. We head back to Brownsville, and the Director of Economic Development looking at a massive public safety complex for their new industrial park. Should be a magnet for more industry. We'll talk about that and other job opportunities in Brownsville next on the Valley's Morning News.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
Tune in weekdays to hear the Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report.
Hi again, everyone. This is today's Dallas Cowboys Report. I'm Brad Sham.
Brad Sham, the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, will bring you a daily look inside the Dallas Cowboys with highlights, interviews, and key matchups. Catch up on all the latest news from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, as they make a run to the playoffs. The Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report is brought to you by McAllen International Airport.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bert Ogden Infiniti in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinitis available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infiniti QX60 with 0% APR for 60 months. All available with the Infiniti Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bert Ogden Infiniti on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinitis online at BertOgdenInfiniti.com.
This Sunday, your Houston Texans host the Tennessee Titans.
Stroud looking, throwing over the middle. A touchdown, Houston!
Kickoff at high noon on News Talk 710 KURV.
News Talk 710 KURV is your home for Astros baseball in the Valley. We got a broadcast tonight. Astros at the A's, 8:35 broadcast made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. Big thank you as well to the Mission Economic Development Office. Lots of Brownsville economic news that we have on the schedule for this week. Joining us from the Brownsville Economic Development Office, that's the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation, is their director, Gilbert Salinas. Let's start with some city business, Gilbert. The public safety complex that's making the news for you.
Morning, Sergio. Thanks for having us on your show. And just last week we hosted a groundbreaking ceremony. This was the city of Brownsville for their public safety complex, the first ever complex of its kind here in the Brownsville area. The beauty of it is that it's going to be located at the Greater Brownsville Tech District, which is our industrial park, which is almost 800 acres on the city's north side. And the city's north side, because Brownsville is it's a city that's so spread out. Brownsville's north side is kind of close to the center of Cameron County, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. So this public safety complex is going to help serve as a command center, for example, whenever there's hurricanes or any disasters for the entire region. And when I say the region is the county. So it's about an $80 million capital investment project. It's about 100,000 square feet in size. So it's going to be pretty massive. It's going to have
Wow. The size of a super Walmart. My goodness.
yeah, that's a great way to put it. Yeah, with a super
Yeah.
Walmart. And, our law enforcement agencies, several law enforcement agencies will be there, as well as fire, EMS, training facilities, so on and so forth. It's a state-of-the-art facility. Again, the beauty of it is that, again, because Brownsville's so spread out, it'll almost be in the center of Cameron County. It's at our industrial park. So what that does in terms of economic development, it'll encourage investment at our industrial park and that whole district that we're creating out there. It's going to complement everything that's already happening out there. And it's going to now create really an ecosystem. An ecosystem as far as industry coming in. There's a public safety component. Border Patrol is already out there in that area. Brownsville Public Utilities Board has a facility out there as well. So you can see how all these elements are coming into place. The Amazon distribution and fulfillment center will be there.
Nice.
The Linde operation is out there as well. TechSot is building a new yard out in that area as well. So again, it's just really going to create that ecosystem. And there's going to be huge economic development, industrial activity, the public safety component there. And then just a stone's throw away is the Port of Brownsville. It's in proximity to it. And then just a little further down the road, you've got SpaceX. So it's almost a straight shot to these three massive economic development areas that are being developed in the outskirts of Brownsville.
100,000 square foot facilities, public safety complex. Is it also a holding facility? Is it also a jail for PD in the area? Do you know?
Good question. Not too sure. I think they are going to have some temporary facility there, but we've got there's several jails here in the area already.
Sure.
One which is in proximity to it as well.
I'll tell you what's going to wind up being the safest industrial park in all of Texas, having that whopper of a safety facility there. Now, you mentioned Linde and Amazon. How, with the 100,000 square foot facility for public safety with Linde and Amazon, how much of the industrial park then do you have left that still needs to be filled out?
We still have about 700 acres out there. And growing. So, okay. Some see it as a tall task. For us, we see it as we're going to run out of space pretty soon, just because of the activity that we have. Pretty soon. I mean, we're talking about 10 years out, but nonetheless, I mean, it's a huge footprint. It's got rail. It's got access to all of the different utilities. It's just a great place to really, no pun intended, but launch some of these businesses from. Or as a landing pad for some of these major enterprises that are looking at our area. So again, for the first time in a long time, Brownsville now has a great asset in place. Public safety complex. These last, recent announcement, Super HQ, GHQ is the other company that's coming in as well. Metal fabricator. All these recent announcements, coupled with a safety complex, TechSot being down in that area as well. It's just, you're starting to really see everything come together and create that manufacturing ecosystem.
Gilbert Salinas is director of GBIC. It's the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation. That's the economic development arm for Brownsville. And as you said, pretty soon will be 10 years. Yeah, thinking before you know it, 10 years go by. But I understand. So the industrial park, how do you see it filled? Which industries will be filling that industrial park with? Of course, rocket manufacturing nearby, potential chip manufacturing, motor manufacturing, the LNG stuff at the port, plus other industry on the way. What will pour in there over the next 10 years? How do you see it?
So it's going to be a combination of light manufacturing, advanced manufacturing, and tech. And all of these are going to be designed to support our two big projects, which is, SpaceX, which is a star-based rocket manufacturing and launch site, and then the LNG plants that are coming in. Port of Brownsville is also looking, and us working with them as well, a couple other huge projects that fall in the category of game changers. So this park is designed to support those huge projects out there to start getting the supplier base. And that's why I said advanced manufacturing, light manufacturing, and then tech. And I will take it a step further. our vision is really to start looking at AI. That might sound like an out of this world project, but I like to say that we know a thing or two about out of this world projects. And AI is the next phase in not just economic development, but in manufacturing. As far as, the fourth industrial revolution that we're going through, the next wave that we're seeing is all going to be surrounding AI. And look, Amazon's already, applying some of that in their newest facilities. And obviously, SpaceX with Tesla, so on and so forth, they're very in tune with that. So for economic developers or communities, cities, that are looking at the next wave of the next opportunity in economic development, it's going to be AI.
Do you see near future, again, we'll talk about that decade, maybe with Elon Musk or neighbor, where we could capitalize on some robot manufacturing, or through the university or the medical school, maybe the integration of technology into people's brains, all the stuff that he's working on. Can we capitalize on some of that, maybe expand his footprint here in the area?
I can't speak on their behalf as far as Elon Musk and SpaceX, Tesla, and all those different companies. But from where we're at, that's exactly what we want. It's not just capitalizing on that, but also the research and development component, opportunities for our students. This is no different than the industrial revolution of the late 1800s when farm equipment came online, and the old farmers that were using ox and mules and stuff were trying to destroy some of these equipment. They were called Luddites. Or no different when Henry Ford and the Dodge brothers said, you see that horse carriage? It's no longer going to have a horse. And not only that, we're going to make that buggy available to the masses. That's exactly where we're at right now with what SpaceX is doing with its different companies. And that's why I said, it's an out of this world project, game changing projects. And right now, in addition to just trying to figure it out, we're trying to see how we can get in there and start going after those companies.
Yeah, I'd like to know that we are, like you and other colleagues are door knocking or poking around to see if we can make it. He's here. The opportunity is here. I'm wondering if just wondering what is being done in order to capitalize on that. Anything else you want to mention on SpaceX, or for that matter, the port? Because there's big pending projects at the port right now.
Yeah, there's huge projects both at the port and as well as the Brownsville area. But I like to say, the bigger they are, the slower they move. So it's we really don't have a huge update as far as some of the new projects. The LNG plants, one of them, the first one, you drive out there and I think I stopped counting at like 30 cranes. And these are huge cranes. So once you see like in the cities when they're building skyscrapers, they're at I think they're getting close to about 5,000 employees out there right now. They're expected to peak at around 6,000 employees here by next year.
Yeah,
they'll hit a plateau, and then the next one should be coming online as far as moving dirt as well. SpaceX is already at more than 4,000 employees and growing. And then the newer projects that we have, I get tired of saying this, but I don't want to sound obnoxious, but they're in the billions of dollars and thousands of employees. That's where we're at right now with the new projects coming.
Excellent.
Yeah, I will do a quick plug. Linda is going to have a hiring event.
Okay.
Tomorrow and Wednesday at the Home 2 Suites, a hotel conference room here in the Brownsville area. And they're already looking. They're going to be hiring their first 100 employees for their operation. Their plant is nearing completion, so it's just exciting to see that project that we announced not too long ago is already starting to hire people, and these are very high value add jobs, and with that, very good paying jobs. So again, it's tomorrow 8 to 5 and
Tuesday 8 to 5.
Actually,
and
Tuesday and Wednesday from 8 to 5 at the Home 2 Suites.
10-4. And Joaquin Spalmer, big investment in the area as well. Moving dirt, if you want to comment on maybe
moving dirt. He's obviously, a lot of people in the industry know him. He's done very well as far as investing and also helping different communities on the recruitment of industry to the area. It's a person that gets it. So he is now investing in Brownsville in a spec warehouse, spec building, which is designed for either for logistics or for a manufacturer. So we've been working with them to try to get some investments, not just for Brownsville, but for the whole valley. So it's exciting to see that this is a person that's also investing in different communities. So that groundbreaking ceremony, it's just showing, the opportunities that we have in the area and more to come.
An example of how when the phone rings, we better have something like turnkey ready to go that's available to move into.
Yeah,
I would imagine. Yeah, that's
exactly, and that's the name of the game, right? I mean, for the longest time, we just had some availability here and there, but this community, our leadership, saw that the need for adding more industrial space. So that work was done several years ago as far as amassing the land for it. And now building on it. So, and you have to be able to have something available that's turnkey for when you get that call, or when you go knocking on doors, you need to be able to show something if you're going to be knocking on doors. So that's the position that we're in a very, very good position.
Do we need some help from the state of Texas in order to incentivize, the recruitment of any big fish?
1,000% yes. Okay. That's, because of the quality of projects, the size of the projects that we're going after, we can't do it alone.
Okay. We do have it, right? We do on standby.
Yeah. I'd say 90% of the projects that we work on, the state of Texas helps us, whether it's on the recruiting side, on the marketing side, or on the incentive side, all of the above. And we started that relationship within, 15 years ago when we started working at SpaceX.
Gilbert, continued success. Thanks for the update. Look forward to the next conversation. He's the director of our Economic Development Office for Brownsville, the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation. That's Gilbert Salinas. Thanks, Gilbert.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on News Talk 710 KURV, home to the Astros. It's do or die these next several days. They need to win. Cleveland, and for that matter, Boston, they need to lose. Try to get one of those wild card positions in the playoffs. Astros baseball tonight at 8:35. Sports next on 710 KURV. Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. What you need for your commercial site, your commercial roofing. Yeah, it's in the name. It's waterproofing. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. They got footprints nationwide. They got one big footprint here in South Texas. 125 plus years of experience that you can trust to get you the right recommendations and opinions on better materials, better workmanship. For the new site that you're about to create, I think you should start from the beginning with Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. That way you avoid a lot of the stress and grief down the road, several years down the road, when that, if you don't go with them, I'm pretty sure you're going to have issues with your commercial roofing, your site, your commercial roofing, your materials and the workmanship. So trust the best. 125 plus years of experience at Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing. And for the sites that you already have, they're willing to meet you, shake hands with you, become your friends, and give you recommendations for free. Tell you what's going on, what type of materials did you use, or the other previous owner use, and how much more time you have for that roofing site, that roofing, the materials and the workmanship. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. Trust them with that new roof. Trust them to fix the old roof. Cutting-edge roof installation, repair technology, advanced waterproofing solutions. It's in the name. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing. 956-655-6178.
Tune in weekdays to hear the Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report.
Hi again, everyone. This is today's Dallas Cowboys Report. I'm Brad Sham.
Brad Sham, the voice of the Dallas Cowboys, will bring you a daily look inside the Dallas Cowboys with highlights, interviews, and key matchups. Catch up on all the latest news from America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, as they make a run to the playoffs. The Brad Sham Dallas Cowboys Report is brought to you by McAllen International Airport.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from over 40 new and certified pre-owned Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2025 Volvo XC60 with all new technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $4.99 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, official sponsor of UTRGV football. Dale gas!
Your Houston Astros are out west visiting the Athletics later tonight. First pitch at 9:05. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Monday Night Football, David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs combined for 218 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, helped the Lions beat the Ravens 38-30. Lions sack Lamar Jackson 7 times. Niners defensive end Nick Bosa done for the rest of the season with a torn ACL. Chargers running back Najee Harris also out for the rest of the season with a torn Achilles. Baseball, Padres beat the Brewers in 11 to clinch their 4th playoff berth in 6 seasons. That's sports. I'm Ron Tomas.
Astros and Rangers will be back in action after the days off to try and push for the playoffs. Rangers will be inviting in the Twins to try and win a 6-game straight to give them a chance at 7:05. And the Astros will clash with the Athletics to try and get back to the top spot of the division at 9:05. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
AccuWeather says triple digits today, triple digits tomorrow. Maybe a pop-up shower, especially closer to the coast. We'll see what pops up later in the day. So it should be maybe spotty at best. That's for today and tomorrow. Better chance on Thursday, says AccuWeather. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. And let's see if they've updated these numbers for Brownsville and McAllen. So for Brownsville, 45 minutes at B&M, 20 to 30 at Gateway and the Veterans Bridge. And for the McAllen-Edinburgh Mission area, even Stephen at Unsalduas and Hidalgo by 45 minutes, only 15 minutes at FAR. Business news and a check of your money and a new list showing the best places to live in this country. Hey, look at that. One Valley City made the top 20 according to U.S. News and World Report. We'll tell you which city that is next on the Valley's Morning News.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
Experience everything Bert Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh has to offer. Service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself with bold design and step into EV luxury and take advantage of a $7,500 tax credit in a new Cadillac Lyriq. Now just $559 per month. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move. Set yourself apart and discover a new standard of luxury ownership. Visit us online at BertOgdenCadillac.com or come in today to Bert Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh, official sponsor of UTRGV football. Dale gas!
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Do you have the talent and energy to become the next great voice of the Rio Grande Valley? Radio United is hiring. We're looking for a full-time on-air personality and content creator for Digital 101.5. If you have experience in radio or digital media, are creative, bilingual, and passionate about connecting with the audience on radio and social media, this is your opportunity. Send your resume today to humanresources@radiounited.com. Radio United is an equal opportunity employer.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from over 40 new and certified pre-owned Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2025 Volvo XC60 with all new technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $4.99 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, official sponsor of UTRGV football. Dale gas!
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. U.S. Ambassador to China David Perdue said a highly anticipated meeting between the U.S. and Chinese presidents looks more likely next year than this fall. His comments come during a press conference with a group of U.S. lawmakers on a rare visit to Beijing, the first since 2019. President Trump's meeting with the congressional Democratic leadership is set days ahead of the September 30th funding deadline. As a resolution between the two parties still appears far away, Democrats are holding firm on their health care demands. The date and time for the meeting between Trump and the Democratic leaders is still not known. The Supreme Court has allowed President Trump to remove Rebecca Slaughter as a member of the Federal Trade Commission while the justices consider her case. The Supreme Court, in a 6-3 ruling order, granted Trump's request to temporarily block the rulings from judges who had ordered Slaughter's reinstatement. Futures are currently mixed. Monday, the Dow Industrials gained 66, the NASDAQ up 157. That's Your Money Now.
We learned this week of a new $100,000 fee for new H-1B visas. Doctors will likely be exempt from that, according to a new release from the White House. And a number of Texas towns are on the U.S. News and World Report 2025-26 list of best places to live. They took into account things like value, affordability, quality of life, parks, and things to do with the family, the job market, how many people are moving there. McAllen made the top 20 of this year's list. This is the Valley's Morning News. AccuWeather says highs will be triple digits today. Tomorrow, we might see a spotty shower in the area as well. Appreciate you joining us on News Talk 710 KURV. We invite you to Radio Para Mí. It is a free app. That way you can listen on your smartphone. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. We were there yesterday afternoon, 4 to 6 p.m. on the drive home with Zach and Davis, right next door with almost walking distance. There with a gang at CIL Capital. They were groundbreaking, 181,000 square foot facility, manufacturing, logistics, warehousing, right there at the port. Just one of the many positive stories taking place at the port or real close to it. Port of Brownsville is our economic engine for South Texas. All of us, we get paid somehow. Either you work in the public sector, collecting from the private sector, whether it's teaching jobs or security or county, or in the private sector, maybe a supplier, could be somebody in shipping, all sorts of industries. And anyone related, all industries are related to anything happening at the Port of Brownsville. Multi-billion-dollar investments in traditional energy, the liquefied natural gas, and of course, the steel operations, 650,000 square foot facility for steel operations at Forza. I tell you all this to invite you to stay in the know. Go to their website, portofbrownsville.com. It is the economic engine for South Texas, and there's more news. And there's some massive projects on the way, just on the horizon, more and more billions of dollars and thousands of more jobs on the way. As soon as it is announced, be the first to know. portofbrownsville.com. Sign up for the free newsletter.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. A true triumph of luxury, now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Dale gas!
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on back and neck pain.
Our website is feelingbetteratLast.com because that's what people say as they leave my office. They really are feeling better at last. Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Slavin with some sound advice on back and neck pain. It starts in the morning as soon as you sit up in bed. You have that pain across your back that can cause an ugly tingling sensation down past your knee to your feet. This symptom, called sciatica, has several causes, but most can be treated without surgery. After a thorough history and physical, identifying the pain generator, whether it be a bulging disc, an arthritic joint, or an inflamed muscle, a targeted, precise, image-guided treatment done in the office can provide quick pain relief and allow you to get on with your day. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last.
With offices in McAllen and Weslaco, Dr. Dennis Slavin is only a phone call away, and many say it's the best call they've ever made. Call 956-973-0565. 973-0565.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bert Ogden Infiniti in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinitis available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infiniti QX60 with 0% APR for 60 months. All available with the Infiniti Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bert Ogden Infiniti on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinitis online at BertOgdenInfiniti.com.
Bumper to bumper information.
The Valley's Morning News.
News Talk 710 KURV.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the program. The Valley's Morning News is News Radio for South Texas. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz and AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. We start the morning upper 70s and highs today, triple digits. And if you get some rain, you'll be the lucky few to get some rain later in the day. Spotty showers, maybe. News on 710 KURV is a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump prepares for his big speech this morning at the UN General Assembly while the drive to recognize a Palestinian state gains momentum.
Roughly 150 of the 193 UN member states do. Here are some close U.S. allies that recently came forward. Britain, Australia, Canada, Portugal, and France. One country not on that list, Italy, where a protest broke out yesterday in support of a Palestinian state.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson at the UN. Heavy security last night, University of Minnesota, during the first Turning Point USA event since Charlie Kirk was assassinated September 10th.
What the assassin took was not even Charlie. He could not have taken Charlie. Charlie belongs to God, as do we all.
Michael Knowles was the host. There was an empty chair on stage honoring Kirk. Monday Night Football, the Lions stunned the Rams 38-30. America's listening to Fox News.
U.S. Department of Agriculture is saying that officials in Mexico have confirmed the discovery of the New World screwworms in an area northwest Mexico, about 70 miles away from Laredo, Texas, a bit too close for comfort. The infected calf had recently been shipped from southern Mexico to northern Mexico. Currently, the U.S. is not accepting any imports of cattle, bison, or horses from Mexico. Governor Greg Abbott signed the bathroom bill into law. It makes it illegal for transgender individuals to use women's bathrooms.
Senate Bill 8 requires people to use the bathroom that coincides with the sex on their birth certificate. GOP State Senator Mays Middleton authored it.
Women and girls are finding their expectation of privacy increasingly compromised in spaces traditionally separated by sex.
The public school, university, or government institution where the law was broken would face $25,000 fines. It would also be left up to the Attorney General's office to investigate violations. Multiple infractions would cost $125,000. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
And a community near Phoenix, Arizona, becomes the first community in the nation to use Waymo. You know, those self-driving cars, like the rideshare, but the self-driving Waymo cars, they are now using that in Chandler, Arizona, using that for public transportation on demand. So much for the buses and the light rail right now. Now they're using Waymo. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online. The free app is called Radio Para Mí, and you can listen to us on your smart device.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. A true triumph of luxury, now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Dale gas!
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Para Mí app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Para Mí app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the